In this video, you are going to learn how you can create HDRI lighting in Unreal Engine 5.6. I have already created a video, but it was in the older version. So I am updating this video with a new HDRI system. Okay, we are going to use two different techniques, one with only HDRI and second with HDRI fog and sunlight. Okay, I mean directional light. So let's start now. As you guys can see, I have loaded this scene. This scene is freely available on the Fab. You can follow this video with any of the scene that you have created or you have downloaded. The method is same for the all. Okay, so you can see here we have all the lightings. So if I unhide this, hide this right now, you can see it's looking something like this. So there is no light in the system right now. And if I go to unlit, you can see we have this environment now. Now, in order to use the HDRI, now why we use HDRI? Before using HDRI, let's just know why we use HDRI. So HDRI is used to get the realistic result in Unreal Engine because it's a 360-degree captured image of lighting. Okay, so that's the reason we use HDRI, because it's a real world data, and there are lots of websites there from where you can download HDRIs. There is HDRI skies. Here you can see how it is going to look in the scene. Okay, this is how your lighting is going to look. There is HDRIskies.com. Then there is polygon.com, in which there are free HDRIs. And then there is my favorite website, Polyhaven, in which you can find really good HDRIs, and you can see the results as well, how it is going to look. Okay, in glass, in diffuse, in color, and in metal. So this is a really good thing. Now let's just learn how to get realistic lighting, cinematic or realistic, whatever you want, you can tell. So for that, in order to work with HDRI, you need to go to edit, plugins, and make sure that HDRI backdrop is turned on. Without this, it is not going to work, guys. So make sure that HDRI backdrop is turned on. If it is turned off, just tick on this and just click on restart, and you are ready to roll now. Now you need to go to create, go to your lights, and just drag and drop HDRI backdrop. And now you can see it's looking something like this. If I go to my lit mode, you can see here. Now why it is looking like this, let me show you. So if I just go for here 2 panes, so I can show you here easily. And if I go for my camera, which was 2C, okay, you can see this is how it is looking. And if I go to perspective and if I zoom out, you can say it's looking black here. Okay, now why it is looking like this? Because the reason is that HDRI is really small here, guys. So first thing you need to do is increase the size in the HDRI. So let's just take it around 5000 and let's just press enter. And as soon as I do it, you can see we have this HDRI, which we can see here. But right now, as you guys can see, this projection center, which is here, you need to move downwards, something like this. And now you can see the result. See, guys, there is one more method which I like. Okay, because the reason it is doing like this is if I go to projection center or advanced step, and if I click on environment dome, you can see it's a half sphere. Now, technically, if you are guys into lighting, you know that HDRI is a full sphere in which we project basically that 360-degree image. So this is not going to work. So what I do, if you want to get that 360-degree image, just click on camera projection. And as soon as you do it, you can see now we have that perfect 360-degree image. And if I zoom out here, you can see, okay, and this is looking nice. And you can see the result here as well. Okay, so if I press the G key, you can see the result. But this HDRI is the basic HDRI. What I want to use the HDRI that I have downloaded. So in order to do that, we just go to content drawer, and here I'm going to drag and drop 2 HDRIs that I have downloaded here. So I'm just going to drag and drop it here. It's getting imported. So let's just wait. And now it is done. Now before applying, you need to make sure that you get the maximum quality of the HDRI. Okay, you don't get that blurred textures. In order to do that, just right click here on by selecting all the HDRIs. Okay, just go to asset actions and just go to edit selection in property matrix and make sure that both have MIP maps. Okay, so from texture group, change it to no map. So what this will do, this will make sure that we get the quality that we want in Unreal Engine. So let's just save this out. Let's just close this and let's just also file and save all. I'm going to turn on the real time here. Okay, now I am ready. So let's just first go upwards, and here we need to replace our cube map. So let's just select the first HDRI. And now what you need to do, you need to go to details and just click here. It will get replaced. And as soon as I do it, you can see it has got replaced. But right now you can see we cannot control the exposure and all that stuff. So for that, we are going to add a post process. So let's just check if we have post process volume. Yes, it's in the lighting and it's hidden. So let's just add our own post process volume. Let's just go to visual effects and let's just add a post process here. Now we need to make sure that infinite is turned on. So basically we get it affected in our whole scene. And now if I go downwards in my all tab here, and if I go to exposure, I'm going to make sure that my minimum and maximum EV is set to 1 and 1. And now you can see the result here. Okay, it's looking something like this. You can go for the real world values as well. For that, I have one video for that as well. You can follow along with that video as well if you want. But right now, I don't want to go that much realistic. But if you want, you can definitely go it. You need to go like 10 and 10 here as well. Okay. And now you can see it's black. So let me just show you that method, which is real world. But right now you can see we are getting this texture streaming pool. So I'm going to type here art.texture streaming. And I'm going to keep this to 0 and press enter, and now it is gone. Right now you can see it's dark, but if I go to unlit, you can see we have this lighting here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to select my HDRI, and the first thing that I need to do is increase this intensity here. So if I go like 300 and press enter, and now you can see we are getting that real world values. Okay, this is looking nice, but same HDRI I want to load in skylight as well. So let's just go to skylight and let's just click here to specified cube map and just replace it. Okay, it will take some time, but right now you can see intensity is set to 1. So it's really dark. So let's just take this also to 300 and check. Okay, this is looking nice. Let's just go for 500. Yeah, this is now feeling much realistic, much better. Okay, so this is why we use the real world values here. Okay, so you can get that realistic result. One more thing I want to change my cube map resolution to 2048. So if there are any reflections or water, something like that in another angle, I can definitely work that out. Okay, so now if I do something like this and check it out here, yeah, this all are looking really good. But what it is missing, okay, it's missing our sun here. So if I go here, you can see our sun is located here. So now I need to create a directional light for this. So let's just learn how you can do that as well. Just go here. So this was just with HDRI. This was the first method. Now let me show you the second method, which is with HDRI and directional light. So let's just click here. Let's just go to our lights and let's just add a directional light. And now if I load it, you can see if I press the G key, it's here. But I need to make sure that this sunlight is around here as well. And then I'm going to parent it. So what we need to do, we need to add temporary, what we say a sky atmosphere. Okay, just temporary. And now hide the HDRI. Okay, because I need my sun here, somewhere around here. So I'm going to hide the HDRI. Okay, and here you can see I cannot see anything. Why it is that? Because I need to make sure that this is also having lux, a value of original, like it is 1 lakh. Okay, and now you can see it's around 1 lakh, and now you can see it's looking something like this. Okay, we are going to probably reduce this, but this is just a starting point. Maybe I'm going to do 50,000. Okay, yeah, this is looking nice, and you can see the result as well. But now I want to see my HDRI, which is here. Okay, I want my sun to be around here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Ctrl L here, and I'm going to make sure. So this is my sun here, as you guys can see. I'm going to make sure that it is around here as well. Okay, something like this around here. And now if I unhide my HDRI, yeah, it's almost here. I want it till here. So I'm going to again press Ctrl L and just move it around here. Now if you want to see the sun, you can increase the, what we say here, source angle of the sun. If I do 10, you can see our sun is here. Okay, and if I now press Ctrl L, I want something around like this. Okay, but a small sun. Okay, so what I can do, I can just decrease this to, let's say, 3. Okay, yeah, this is better. And now you can see it's around here. Okay, so let's just press Ctrl L and let's just do here. Okay, yeah, this is great. And if I now activate the HDRI, you can see we have that sun as well, which is around here. Now what I will do, I will delete my sky atmosphere here. Okay, and just parent this directional light to my HDRI backdrop. So whenever I rotate HDRI backdrop, the directional light will also get rotated. So just drag and drop it into the HDRI backdrop, and now select the HDRI backdrop and now just rotate this, and you will see your sun is also getting rotated, and this is looking really beautiful, guys. See, so you can see the result here as well. Okay, this is how it is going to look. So let's just do something like this. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this, but this is way too much according to me. So now I'm going to drop this to, let's say, 10,000. Yeah, this is looking much better now. Okay, maybe 5,000 here. So let's just do 5,000. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, you can see the result of the HDRI and sun both here, which is looking really beautiful. And what you can do, guys, you can make the source angle bigger as well, like 10. And if you want harsh shadows, you can go for like 0.5 and you will get this harsh shadows here. Okay, and again you can play with the rotation angle, okay, according to your requirement. So you can see this is how it is going to look. Yeah, somewhat I want something like this. Yep, this is looking nice. And now what I can do, I can also add exponential height fog. So let's just go to visual effects and let's just add an exponential height fog. And now I'm going to make sure that I am using a volumetric fog as well. So you can see the result here as well. Okay, and then you can change the fog in scattering color to whatever you want according to your requirement. Okay, so I want it to something like this. Okay, so you can definitely play with this values as well. Okay, and then you can change the sky atmosphere ambient color as well. Then you can just make sure that maybe your albedo is also changed. Okay, so you can see the result here as well, something like this. Yeah, this is looking nice. Okay, and then what I can do, I can make sure that start distance is somewhere around like this, or maybe backwards. Okay, something like this. Yeah, this is nice. You can see what result we are getting, and if you want, you can go to directional light as well. And what you can do, you can just increase the volumetric scattering to like 3 and you can see the result. Okay, and now if I rotate my HDRI, you can see the result that we are getting. See, so this is looking really good. See, guys. Okay, so you can also go for something like this as well. Okay, and then if you want, you can reduce your sunlight to like 500, not that much, or maybe 1000. Yeah, and just increase it a little by little so you can get the result that you want. Okay, and this is without exponential height fog, this is with, so it's up to you again that if you want to use it or not. And if you want to increase the exponential height fog, you can do it as well, like 0.1. You can see the result here. Okay, but I think I'm not going to use this because this is just a plain scene. Okay, this is looking nice here. And now if you want, you can replace the HDRI as well, but you need to make sure that the sun is in the exact position if you replace the HDRI. So once you are happy with your HDRI, then only change it, or else the sun and skylight will not match here, as you guys can see. Okay, so you need to make sure that once your HDRI is set, then only you add that sunlight. Okay, then what you can do, you can just go here in your HDRI and now just play with the intensity as well. So if I do 150, you can say it's darker here. and if I do 500, you can say it's much lighter. Okay, so now I'm liking this result. Now let's just add some settings as well. Okay, you can say this is looking beautiful, guys. So let's just do some settings as well. I am going to go to my post process. So before ending the session, I'm going to show you how exactly I work. I'm just going to do a bloom here. Okay, something like this, but a convolution. Okay, then I'm going to go downwards here. If you want, you can add some chromatic abbreviation like 0.3. You can see the result here. Okay, let's just do 0.2. Then I'm going to go to local exposure. Make sure that I have a detail strength somewhat like 0.25. Yeah, this is looking nice. Then I'm going to go to my image effects, vignette and sharpen. Let's just increase the vignette here, and let's just do somewhat sharpening of my image. Then you can go to your global here as well. Okay, you can add some saturation or desaturate the image. In my case, I'm going to desaturate it somewhat, so I get that washout and realistic look and feel, which you can see here. Then I can add somewhat contrast like 1.15. Okay, you can see the result. Maybe contrast up, saturation up to 0.85. You can see the result. This is looking really beautiful, guys. Okay, then I can go to my midtones, gain, and play with my gain as well. So this is the result that I am getting here. Okay, this is looking beautiful. So this is looking really good. Now I am going to go downwards, and here I'm going to play with the slope and toe. So let's just take this to 1 and this to maybe around 0.3 or 25 according to your requirement. Okay, I'm going to go maybe 0.25. Yeah, this is looking much natural now. Maybe 35. Okay, it totally depends on you how you want your result to be. Okay, and now you can see this is looking really beautiful, guys. And if you want, now you can add maybe exponential height fog. It totally depends upon you if you want to use it or you don't want to use it. Okay, yeah, this is looking nice actually. Okay, I'm liking this result, and maybe I am going to decrease the view distance around 3000. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, now if I press the G key, you can see, and if I change my camera here to maybe 3A, you can see this is also looking nice. Okay, then you can definitely play also with your camera as well. So if you want, you can. So now you can see this is looking nice, and now I can play with the directional light as well. So if I go to directional light here, I can definitely play with my volumetric scattering. So as soon as I do it 5, you can see we are getting much more. So if I do 20, you can see the result. Okay, so it totally depends upon you that how you want your result. But this is looking really good. And now what I can do, I can just play with my HDRI as well. So if I want, I can rotate it. Okay, yeah, let's just do something like this. So half is in light and half is like this. Okay, and if you want to totally change the result, you can do that as well. Okay, but I think I am liking this result here. Okay, maybe somewhat light that it is spreading here. Okay, this is nice. And this is how you can do the HDRI lighting in Unreal Engine with the help of only HDRI if you want, or if you want to combine HDRI plus sunlight plus exponential height fog, so you can do that as well. So I will see you next time. If you like this video, please press that like button, share it with your friends who wants to learn Unreal Engine, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it. I will see you next time. Till then, bye bye guys, take care.